August 16th, 2024, 2:11 p.m. Eastern. I was hit with the most disgusting, horrible, painful, brutal, lethal chemical gas. Right as I was putting up the DC Fire Department and the NY Fire Department. They're working together with the Russian system here. Is stolen. He steals everything and stashes it everywhere. Him and Putin. It's stolen and they stashed it here. It has to do with a lot of stuff and things I'm clear to talk about. Because I don't have a lot of knowledge on it in the first place. So let's move on. So I was poisoned while I was doing that brutally, lethally, just like you think you're dying. And by the time I got in the bathroom, it was just pouring out of me. I'm perfectly fine. And then presto, I'm pee-pooing all the liquid and everything inside of me out of me. You think you're dying. Oh, it was horrible. And there was all this stuff and things going on in the perimeter. That's all I'm allowed to say. Yes, that's usually the routine here. While I'm being hit with chemical gas, it's not just happening in my little room, stuff and things going on. I'm also allowed to say right here. See this door? The heroes know this. That DB, that disgusting mold stench, is here now. You walk out of my door, I can go out, and this is great. You don't smell it here. It's just in the bathroom. They're playing with their corpses. This is part of their big job to take over with Trump. You don't smell it here. You go to that sink, you're an idiot. Okay? That sink is a terror zone. But that stench is back here now, this is part of the protocol here. It's over here in my fucking room again. And you see this fan is on full blast. I have to breathe through my nose. And look, I understand this is just another day. That's all I'm doing is surviving and reporting the most atrocious, disgusting horror and gore. Nobody cares. No one's going to tell me what they're doing with these chemical gases, what it was, what the heck they did to me. No one's ever going to come and stop any of it. No, I know that. I'm pretty upset. So Donald Trump right now, in order for me to not find out, hold on, I said this wrong. I'm a little excited. The will is the estate tort law. It's not exactly an estate. Well, this is an estate. 1509 is an estate. So an estate is included in this tort of will and testimony, but it was a business. And you ask a proper person, not me at that point, because I'm not an attorney. I don't know the legalese terminology for a will pertaining to a business. Okay, so there's nobody alive on the business. It's been inherited. The will to the next, I can't even recall words right now, so we're going to stop. I'm supposedly on that list. I supposedly, in theory, own this house through the business. Now, if they liquidated the business, turned everything into capital, I can't find words. I think you understand what I'm saying. If you're a smart person, I really black out words. They don't come. We'll be sitting here waiting for me to remember the words. So let's just move on. They turned everything into capital, right? Then I, Heidi Granger, the business owner, just owned this estate. You hear it? I'm stomping my feet on the estate. But the tort will, right, is still legally my name, but it's not an inheritance necessarily, an estate. Inheritance estate. I'm not making any sense now. I think my point's been made. So in order for me not to find out who owns this house, whether it's me or whoever it is, okay, they were willing to get together with the DC Fire Department, the New York Fire Department, and I can't say where their targets were. They were going to do major domestic terrorism, like international news, like big. Okay? And pretend it was the country of Russia that did it. In order for me not to find out, well, I say it wrong. In order for me to never know this will tort official business of this estate, 1509, and everything else in the tort of the will, it's turned into capital. It's a business. So if this business had all these other small businesses and other estates, so on and so forth, they can liquidate that capital, sell it, put it through the stock market. I can't talk all this. I am not in the condition to explain this right now. No, I can hardly remember words. So if they did that, they left my name, I'm just worth all this money. It's a good theory. I hope it's true. And I also own this house, or somebody does. And whoever owns this house, I am supposed to find that out at some point. And in order for me not to find out, for me to never know, the fire department of New York, the fire department of DC were willing to try to hijack the system that's in here. This system with the arrows that goes to the dining room. I said the dining in my notes, all. And it's in my notes I put up. That's the currents, the electric currents. Now, that's been allowed for me to talk about. I've filmed the terrorists who were dead doing that. It's all about electric currents. It's fascinating technology. Fascinating. Absolutely, the stuff I've learned in here. Oh, and I've witnessed so much, too, that I don't talk about on the internet. It's serious business what they put in here. And they had to steal equipment and install that. And so at that point, I don't know what's going on, but it explains why you see all these helicopters that raid and do all their major strobe lights. And it explains everything. I'm not allowed to talk about anything I've witnessed in regards to the weapons system in here. It's some sort of major system. I'm still not. But the U.S. law enforcement, fire departments, and the military have been trying to hijack it. They've been working with the Iranian, Russians, and Putin ever since I moved in. They're all together, Jack and Jill. So in order for Heidi Granger to never find out who owns 1509 S Street Northwest, because it has to do with a tort will, that has to do with a business, capital, they're willing to hook up with fire departments out of state and in the jurisdiction of DC, carry out a massive, major domestic terrorist attack. Domestic terrorists. It wasn't a foreign enemy. It's a freaking domestic terrorist that are involved with this house that I'm a witness to. In order for me never to find out, because they were working out of Somalia. You can see a lot of it. Okay, so I'm not gonna put up any more maps or any more information on this. I'm just gonna report that they hit me with serious lethal gas again, and I'm gonna explain what I mean by the living room. So when you're coming down the stairs and you're looking into the living room, it's that entry right there when you're walking in to the living room. So let's say you walk from that entry, it's about 1 foot. It's an area where the current flows, the electric current flows. So that's all I can really explain right now, impromptu. It's the space there. Okay? They need that space there on floor 1 in the living room. They need their electric current working right, and they need Somalia with the DC and the FD fire departments to pull off their domestic terrorist attack. They're getting desperate. And what do I see on the paper? These fuckers still look at me, look at our naked women, look at us. I don't even look at the news anymore, dude. I'm done. Somebody let me know when Putin's dead and all these other despots are dead. Just let me know, because I'm not looking at the paper anymore. I've had enough of these fucking creeps. Goodbye.